Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. How's it going? My name is Shade and today we're going to be talking about 6 lovers. Just to start out, I want to give a little backstory to 6 lovers. So to my also reliant source, yaoi.fandom.com is kind of like Wikipedia, so people could just kind of go in there and like do whatever they want to it, but I'm just going to read it out anyways. The July issue of Dear Plus announced anime adaptations of a series of mangas serialized in the magazine in celebration of the magazine's 20th anniversary. 6 anime series are collected into an in-motion series titled 6 Lovers. The first postponement was announced on August 19, 2017. The second delay was announced on the Dear Plus Twitter to February 2018. The third change to the release date was then posted on Shinshokan's official website to then summer of 2018. So we went from summer to fall to winter to then summer again. But then finally, as we know, the 6 Lover DVD was then made available for the general release on March 20th, 2021. Quick disclaimer, you have come to a highly opinionated video with all speculations and no facts because it's honestly kind of hard to research on what had happened. I'm just gonna give you guys my 2 cents, but I will say that I do want to promote positivity. I think it would have been so much less painful if they had just released this when they promised us. I think the idea of celebrating the 20th anniversary with these 6 3-minute episodes could have been great. Could have been a cute surprise, could have been really celebrated. But the fact that it was postponed so many times, what we got was not what we were all expecting. The impression that I got was that we were getting 6 episodes and each of them was gonna be 24 minutes. Am I the only one? Am I the only one here? I'm just gonna go ahead and call them episodes because it's just easier that way. I'm definitely not trying to trash talk anybody here. And in my not so reliant speculations, I think maybe this animation started in 2017, and when it got postponed, they stopped working on it, and then like when it was picked up again, they worked on it, and then it was postponed again. But then the first 2 episodes that I feel wasn't as completed or well animated. And then when we looked at 3 and 4, we didn't see there was a little bit more progression. And then when we looked at 5 and 6, I personally felt like it was more completed. But my point is that I think that this was dropped many times and then picked up many times. Yes, I'm turning off my arms. My arms are not cooperating with me. No more arms for the rest of this video. I truly believe that anything yaoi content is good content because we are provided with more to enjoy and consume in regards to yaoi and BL and shounenai, anything like that, and I celebrate that. So I'm not angry that this was made, but I am a little disappointed because it's been literally 3 whole years and I just feel like each of the episodes could have been better animated and had more love put into it. I'm not saying there was no love put into this work, but there was definitely no money put into it. You guys know what money would do for anime. I don't honestly know what the production plan was. I don't know who was hired to animate this. It felt like honestly 6 different freelancers, and I'll be honest, fans could have done so much better. I mean, honestly, I'm slightly trash talking now, but I just mean to say that fans would have put so much more love into these episodes than what we got. Backing up, I have read all the mangas for 6 Lovers, but I have not listened to any of the drama CDs. Another speculations, again, have not been proven, maybe somebody can let me know, is that I think that the 3-minute episodes are based on drama CDs. Now, I'm saying that because the seiyus or the voice actors for this animation was spectacular. The seiyus are really well known, really highly profile seiyus. But I honestly don't think that they would pull all those high profile busy seiyus to come and voice act for this OVA. Now that I got my full opinion out there on what I speculate, I'm gonna talk about each individual episodes and what I think of them. Going off the order of the OVA, the first episode is Renai Ruby no Tarashi Furikata. There's a whole like prequel and sequel to the manga and everything, and that it's not like as lighthearted as the anime portrayed it to be, but this particular volume itself is pretty lighthearted. I specifically don't remember the chapter or the extra that the anime provided us, but it was still enjoyable. For some reason, like I theorized earlier, I feel like they started on this episode, dropped it, and then picked it up again, and this seems so like first draft to me. The lines were like so pixelated. When I like draw on paint and I like draw a diagonal line, it's so pixelated. So that's just basically what it felt like to me. But specifically for this episode, it felt very, very much like a first draft to an anime. Out of all 6 mangas, this one I truly believe may not become an anime series, considering this manga itself is pretty short. Moving on to the next one, we got Kuroneko Kareshi no aishikata. This one. Raise your hand if you think this one was just weird. I didn't understand why they chose to focus on those specific scenes. I'm assuming this was like an extra chapter, because if you look at the short episode again, the short episode was cut into shorter episodes, and they chose the weirdest ones, honestly. Like, I know the manga itself is super strange already to people who doesn't know Kuroneko Kareshi, but when you're reading it in the manga with everything else, it's not as weird. Does that make sense? They did draw Ayasakios sensei's work pretty well. I mean, the movement is still stiff and everything, but I do think that Ayasakios sensei's work is so beautifully drawn. Honestly, it would be kind of hard to animate it well and properly portrayed her art. Okay, so for episode 3 for Zay, we had like a burst of like animation and colors, and in my opinion, I believe that this one was the best portrayal of the manga. The feel of it, the characters themselves, and even the drawings I felt was well done. To those who have not read Zay, you were probably confused and you're more curious as to what happened in that episode. But to those who have read Zay, you know exactly what was animated. You know. So I was pleasantly surprised and truly enjoy the 3rd episode. Obviously, the down part is that it's only 3 minutes. I wanted so much more. And honestly, for the mangaka Zay, Yuki Shimizu sensei, she definitely needs one of her manga series to become an anime series. Next off, we have 10 Count. In my opinion, I feel like this one was the most completed episode because they literally took an extra of 10 Count, the manga, and basically just animated into a 3-minute animation. So there wasn't any like awkward cutoff. There wasn't any weird cat fetish going on. It just felt like a quick little 10 count snippet coming to life. But as we can tell, the animation could definitely use more work. This, for me, did not represent 10 count. From what I remember, because it's been a while, is that 10 count was not fluffy and cute like this at all. It was definitely more serious. That was actually a little surprise of this episode because I don't remember the 2 characters interacting in this way at all. But again, I know that this is a 3-minute video and what we got is what we got. So for the next one, we have Ameiro Paradox. Okay, well, surprisingly, I liked this one the most out of all the episodes. Because for this episode, animation wise, it best represented the mangaka's work or the manga. It didn't feel like a rough draft. I mean, again, it could always be better. For me, it literally felt like this could have been a snippet of like Ameiro Paradox anime. And I actually know the part that they animated, which I love that part. So I was actually pleasantly surprised that they chose to animate a smut scene for Ameiro Paradox and not for like Kuroneko Kareshi, because my opinion of Ameiro Paradox is more of the cute and fluffy storyline and wasn't really highly smutty at all. And honestly, the 3-minute clip just made me that much more excited to see Ameiro Paradox if it was ever a actual anime series. And last but not least, we have Seito Kaicho ni Chokoku, or Hey Class President. Now for this one, I will admit I'm a little confused as to why it was included in Six Lovers, only because there's already 2 OVAs out already for it. I felt like they could have given another manga like a chance to spread their wings. but in my opinion, the animation was actually an upgrade from the first 2 OVAs. They definitely drew the characters better, also like worked on the shading and the background really well. So again, back to my theory, now the animation just show us the progression of what they picked up and what they completed. But I think this was the best animated out of all the other ones. However, the clip felt incomplete because it started out with him asking where his class president was, and then we jumped to like a date, and then we jumped to the end of the date, and then it just felt incomplete all over. Other than that, I don't remember that scene at all. It's been a long while since I read this manga, and it actually felt like we had like a quick 3-minute extra from the OVA. Okay, you guys, I am finally done. I know I had so many opinions for this, because honestly, at the end of the day, fans just want that opportunity for their manga to be animated and to grow so much more. Even though I might be highly criticizing all the episodes for this OVA, at the end of the day, I still appreciate any yaoi content.